back once again. The combines have been put into the sheds for the most part at this point, and folks are looking forward to 2026 and pulling out the planters. So, with that, we're going to talk about some unique things that are happening with Seitec Genetics. Hello, once again. I'm Susan Littlefield with the American Ag Network. Dennis Bracht joins us now, of course, president of Seitec Genetics. And let's just talk about the fact that harvest is wrapping up, and where are you guys going from here as those combines are put away and folks are looking at some data?
Yeah, I mean, it never stops here. We're always busy, and we just got finished up with our leap plot harvesting just late last week, and so we were crunching together the rest of the data. And early Monday morning, we had data sets that we sent out and are working with our sales guys on that they could go to their customers with, so that way they can have the latest and greatest information in front of them to make the best decisions. We have about 125 different of these what we call LEAP plot, local environment advancement plot locations that are spanning much of the geography that we sell in, which is off the top of my head, I suppose it's like 13. We're probably in 13 or 14 states with those. And it's a big part of what we do. I guess I just had one of our guys in North Carolina told me last week. Of course, they were done harvesting quite a bit sooner, so he had his stuff in front of him. And he was sitting down with one of his customers, and his customer was just amazed by what we had and the process we took to make sure he had the right hybrids and to plant on his farm. And was very confident after he went through the results and the process and what led to those results. And it sounds like, for me, I live it every day, right? I feel like this is what we do. And it's neat to hear from some of our farmer customers that say, you know what you guys do really is different. And it helps them on their farm and kind of creates the kind of reliable performance that they really need to have a successful farm.
Dennis, I just love the fact your customer service is a whole different level than what you see, because you guys are so hyper focused on what's going to work individually for that farm versus just saying, here's a gamut of what we have. What would you like?
That's exactly right. We're not oversellers. We're not I have no interest in selling somebody something that isn't going to work well on his farm or add value. And we're not experimenting or having our customers experiment, just planting things and seeing how it works out and being surprised. We don't like being surprised, and neither does our customers. So we go through all of the things that we feel like we need to make sure we settle in on the right products for our, right hybrids and varieties for our people.
So talk about some of those key hybrids that you're seeing as they get ready to plan for 2026.
Well, of course, it all matters about where you're at and in terms of what hybrids, and we got new hybrids and some kind of exciting products, up and down our lineup. But I will say there's a couple of them in a stretch of area that we're pretty excited about. We have a hybrid called 5912, which is Viptera VIP2 Pro. That's a Tricepta hybrid, the way we name our Tricepta hybrids, VIP2 Pro. And that's 109 day. And it was a rock star last year, and it came through again, just unbelievably consistently. And I really think it's a tribute to our testing and the kind of the way the hybrids come through the system. The first year farmers are going to be able to plant that hybrid is in 2026. And of course, 109 day corn fits a lot of acres. And we think it's going to be one of our top selling hybrids. And actually with the Southern Rust this year was actually a little more tolerant to Southern Rust, which is a nice bonus. Another hybrid on the Stax Pro side. So this would be like if you're planting corn on corn, or you have some rootworm issue that you need to be planting a Smart Stax or rootworm product. It's called 6057 Smart Stax Pro. And and so it's 110 day. Again, kind of a little bit of the same similar story. Just came through plots or lead plots last year, and just with just tremendous data. Repeated it again this year. Exactly what our farmers really want to see is products that are that consistent.
You also have an organic line too, correct?
We do, and so we have basically a full lineup of organic hybrids. And one thing that's different this year, and that's new, is a hybrid we call 6418W, which is an organic white corn.
Nice.
And we have some end users really interested in that. There, to my knowledge, there isn't other organically grown white corns. And of course, the organic, when you're in the grocery store, or actually Super Bowl season, when we get to that here in a couple of months, it's kind of crazy. I watch those commercials, and it's how many of them are these organic, or you see what everybody's eating, and how many of them are organic chips and things like that. That market definitely has a foothold, and it's carrying a premium value to some consumers. And so our job is to provide them what they want, and having this organic white corn is a really nice fit. Or we have good performance in those organic situations. And I think what we've seen is maybe some of these that there's some hybrids that can withstand that kind of stress and the yield environments and competition stress that organic scenarios have, and then other hybrids that don't. And so we were really pleased that the performance data came through again this fall on that hybrid, and that it really excels in that kind of organic situation. And we're going to be expanding our white corn lineup into other products in the future, and have a lot more of our more elite plots that are white corn only, et cetera. And really looking forward to addressing that market the way it really needs to be.
Let's expand a little bit more too, Dennis, on your planter box treatments and what that means for the growers.
Yeah, that's again another thing that's new for us this year. As a branded Seitec branded, we call it Accelerator. It's we're using the Meristem product system and their products in our group of products that we're offering. That's this planter box treatment, where the guys have their talc graphite mix, and then this adds in a nutrient package and a biological package. We had it fully tested with different options this year, so we have data that will be able to help guys choose the right one, or maybe if they should use that at all. And I think a lot of companies, again, I said it earlier, we don't have any interest in selling something that isn't gonna make them money. We have no interest in that, and that's why we do our homework, or field work in this case, and we have all this testing and to find the right kind of soil conditions and yield environments where we're going to get a response out of that type of a product. I think our price point on it is really good. Okay. I think guys are going to be out there with a lot of. There's going to be other options out there that people are going to be, selling, or other brands and such are going to be selling products that are going to be $18, $19, $20 an acre. We have our base product that should come in under $15 an acre. So I think in this kind of market, it's nice to be able to put at least a few of those dollars back in your pocket. But I'll go back to really, it's probably two things there. One is we're not just selling it. We actually did a lot of our field work so we can make the right recommendations to the growers, make sure they're using something that actually is going to add value, on his farm. And then the second thing I'd really like people to think about is that when you're buying these kind of a product and you're putting it on the seed, which you're spending somewhere around $100 an acre on, and I'm sure everybody would agree is a critical part of, what seed you're using. Hybrids varieties is a critical part of your success that you're going to have in the fall. And I really would caution people to just not just think you're just going to put anything over the top of that seed during planting. And I think working with a seed company like Seitec on this product, whether you're putting it on just our Seitec hybrids and varieties, which that's perfect, right? But if you want to, or you're planting other brands as well, and you want to utilize this product, to get a product like this from a seed company that was tested and you can have the confidence that the seed company that's selling this to you knows that it's completely compatible and all is going to be good. Putting it with the seed that is bought really only makes perfect sense. I mean, the last thing you want to do is have a product like this that's still plenty of an investment, $14, $15, $18 an acre, and somehow cause a negative situation with what you spent $100 an acre on, and actually the seed product that you're the most reliant on for your success of the year. So I think working with Seitec is really on this type of a product is really a perfect choice for customers.
And you talk about the excitement that you have with the planter box treatments. You also have some excitement when it comes to a new registration that is now in place.
Yeah, that's true as well. So there's lots of things going on. This was a busy summer and testing season, and lots of new things for farmers to utilize. They're kind of their toolbox here going into next season. And so one of the new products that was just registered by Syngenta is called Victrado. And Victrado is a product that is labeled for SDS and for nematodes, different, including root knot nematode is one of them, which actually that one can be a little bit elusive. So, a group of nematodes. We actually, even though it was still in the registration process, went through the effort and protocol necessary for us to be able to have testing on that product. So I bet there isn't hardly very many companies, if any, that has the level of testing that we have on Victrado, and we compared it to Saltro and a standard treatment and untreated, and to really help guys know if that's a good investment for them. Just got approved federally, I think a couple of weeks ago, maybe even less than a couple of weeks ago. We expect most all of the states with soybeans to follow suit and register it, but it is not registered in all the states, but should come shortly. But we'll have it available to use with our product line, our soybean product lineup, and in fact, I think it could be a significant contributor for some of the guys that are really trying to tackle their SDS issues or their nematode issues, or both.
What about financing as we look to 26?
Well, financing was a big for us last year. It was really increased in percentage. We have this product we call Seitec financing, so you can directly finance from Seitec, but we also have John Deere and Rabo and such. So wherever your account is, or wherever our customer's account is, we should be able to work with them on it. But Seitec financing, we have 0% till next December, and they should just go online and find. Go to Seitec.com and find some of the details, make contact with us. And it's actually, if they're at their computer and they're working on some rainy or snowy day or something at their office, within a few hours, we should have them, approved, and they know what they have to work with, and we can put an order against a finance account, and we're off to the races.
Exciting times for you guys at Seitec Genetics. What's the best way somebody wants to find out more about the varieties that we talked about, maybe the organic side of it? Dennis, where do they need to go so they can get in touch with somebody that's local to them?
Yeah, sounds good. So Seitec.com, it's pretty simple. The product guide is online there, so all those details are there electronically. there's a way in there to put in your contact information, and we'll respond pretty quickly back to that if you do that for us. There's also a 1-800 number. You're very welcome to call us directly, or email us. We got an email there as well. So however you most comfortable responding or giving us or contacting us, we're happy to respond to you and serve your needs.
Wonderful. Dennis, thanks so much for taking time to talk to us today.
Oh, I appreciate the opportunity. Thank you, Susan.
Dennis Bracht joining us with Seitec Genetics. I'm Susan Littlefield reporting.